They were Hollywood's most iconic couple, Humphrey Bogart, the world-weary tough guy with a cigarette and a stare, and Lauren Bacall, the smoky-voiced beauty who lit up every scene. On screen, their chemistry was electric. Off-screen, it became one of the greatest love stories in film history. Despite a 25-year age gap, their bond defied the odds, captivating audiences then, and now. This is the story of Bogart and Bacall, where classic cinema met timeless romance. In 1944, on the set of To Have and Have Not, a 19-year-old model-turned-actress named Lauren Bacall met 44-year-old screen legend Humphrey Bogart. She was nervous, untested, and barely out of her teens. He was Hollywood royalty, rugged, world-weary, and in a failing marriage. But when their eyes met, something changed. From the moment she delivered her now iconic line, "You know how to whistle, don't you?" the chemistry between them was undeniable. The cameras captured it, but what no one expected was the real-life romance that would blossom behind the scenes. Despite their 25-year age difference and the pressures of fame, Bogart and Bacall fell deeply in love. They kept it quiet at first, but the spark couldn't stay hidden for long. A year later, Bogart divorced and married Bacall. She became not just his wife, but his most trusted confidant and creative partner. Together, they would star in 4 classic films and build a love story that still captivates audiences today. This wasn't just Hollywood magic, it was the real thing. In 1944, a 19-year-old Lauren Bacall was cast opposite Humphrey Bogart in To Have and Have Not. Bogart was 44, married, and already a Hollywood legend. Bacall was young, nervous, and new to acting, but the moment they shared the screen, something electric happened. Their chemistry was instant, undeniable, and it didn't stop when the cameras did. Despite the 25-year age difference, and the fact that Bogart was still married, their connection quickly turned into a real-life romance. Within a year, Bogart divorced his wife, and in 1945, he and Bacall married. Their relationship became one of Hollywood's most iconic love stories, built on deep affection, respect, and an unshakable bond. They starred in 4 classic films together and had 2 children before Bogart's death in 1957. More than just co-stars, they were soulmates, proof that sometimes, movie magic is real. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall married in 1945, just over a year after meeting on the set of To Have and Have Not. Despite a 25-year age gap, their bond was deep, genuine, and enduring. Bacall was only 20 when they wed, Bogart was 45 and already a Hollywood legend. Their marriage lasted 12 years, until Bogart's death from esophageal cancer in 1957. During that time, they had 2 children, a son, Stephen, and a daughter, Leslie. Away from the spotlight, their life was surprisingly grounded. They enjoyed sailing, spending quiet time at home, and hosting friends in their legendary Holmby Hills residence. Bacall often credited Bogart with giving her confidence and stability, while Bogart called her "baby" and leaned on her emotionally during tough times. Their love story remains one of Hollywood's most iconic, a rare example of real commitment in an industry built on illusion. The love story of Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall remains one of Hollywood's most iconic romances. What began as on-screen chemistry in To Have and Have Not quickly grew into a deep, lifelong bond. Despite their 25-year age difference, they shared a connection built on loyalty, respect, and emotional intimacy, something rare in the film industry then or now. Their marriage lasted 12 years, ending only with Bogart's death in 1957. In that time, they became a symbol of classic Hollywood love, glamorous yet grounded. Their 4 films together are still celebrated not just for their cinematic brilliance, but for the real affection captured on screen. Decades later, their story continues to inspire. Bacall never stopped speaking of Bogart with admiration and love, keeping his memory alive in her memoirs and interviews. Their legacy isn't just about film, it's about timeless love that transcended the spotlight. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall in To Have and Have Not, 1944. In 1944, a 19-year-old Lauren Bacall made her film debut in To Have and Have Not, and Hollywood history was made. Starring opposite the legendary Humphrey Bogart, Bacall wasn't just a newcomer, she was a sensation. Her sultry voice, cool confidence, and undeniable chemistry with Bogart lit up the screen. Then came the line that would define their legacy. "You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together, and blow." That wasn't just acting, it was real. Behind the scenes, a romance had already begun. Bogart, 44 and married at the time, fell hard for Bacall. By the time the film hit theaters, they were deeply in love. To Have and Have Not wasn't just a breakout film, it was the beginning of one of Hollywood's greatest love stories. And it all started with a glance, a spark, and a whistle.